Whoa!
What are we trying to do?
Take a look. Let me set you an example.
Will you die a horrible death? If you've got the guts. Come on!
Little cub.
Go ahead and scold me.
I came to reunite with my family.
Reunion. The bastards coming to the capital to reunite could be lined up all the way to Shanhaiguan.
All right.
Don't dawdle. One stroke, and you'll be in the palace to enjoy life.
Hold on! Do you know who my father is?
Here in the capital.
Except for the Emperor and the 9000-year-old. No one dares to talk to us like that yet. I want to hear what kind of big shot your father is.
He went all out. Watching legs is better than being a eunuch.
My father is called Wei Si. My mother is Lan Yang.
I thought it was some aristocratic clan. After all this effort, he was just a country bumpkin with no real name.
I don't care about Wei Si or Wei Wu. Once you enter this door, even the King of Heaven will have to take a stab if he comes.
Completely lost!
Now, he really became a eunuch.
Just now, he was shouting Wei Si. Who was Wei Si just now?
Lord Liu spared his life.
It is this kid who doesn't know his place. Calling people recklessly has offended you. The servant will drag him out and deal with him right away.
Young man, what is Wei Si to you?
This one is obviously a tough character. Whatever. Let's take a gamble.
Wei seems to be my father. My mother's name is Lan Yang, from Suning County. I still have a jade pendant on me. My mother left it to me. He told me to come to the capital to find my father.
Wei Si! Blue girl!
Su Mingxie. 全对上了 I think.
What are you still standing there for? Blind dog servant! Hurry up and loosen this young master's skin, and shed some of his skin. I am treating your heads like chamber pots!
His surname was Wei. His power and influence were overwhelming. Or maybe a eunuch. I just made up a mistake. Could this cheap dad be Wei Zhongshan, the local emperor of the late Ming?
Lan Yang!
This is Lan Yang's jade pendant.
No doubt about it.
Her eyebrows and eyes are exactly like mine back then.
Father has worked so hard searching for you all these years.
What is the point of saying all this now?
My mother was waiting for you to come find him until she passed away. Over the years, my son and I have endured endless disdain. When everyone was shouting for a beating.
Why aren't you here?
No matter how many mistakes I make, it is all my fault alone.
As long as you are willing to forgive that, you can hit me or curse me. Even if you want the stars in the sky. Dad, pull it down for you too.
Is this still the same ruthless Eastern Depot worker who kills without blinking? Good thing my ears are sharp. Otherwise, my head will be moving away.
Wen Pei. Besides the people in our household,
Who else has seen my son return to Changgong?
There was also Eunuch Li from the Purification Room and 2 young eunuchs under him. It seems he doesn't know the young master's identity.
Help them keep their mouths shut.
Besides these 3!
Today, in the Purification Room, all the eunuchs and guards on duty had also handled today's affairs. I don't want to hear any rumors elsewhere.
This is my humble opinion to take my leave.
Luckily, nothing was exposed. No wonder he is the villain of the later civilization.
just a few words.
More than a dozen people were gone.
Son, from now on, while in this capital city, no one can bully you. Having your father backing you up.
Walk wherever you want.
The Emperor has passed away.
Father, after Prince Xin ascended the throne, how do you handle it? Rumors have long circulated that you and Prince Xin are not on good terms. After he took office, they will definitely make a move against you.
And wrote in a low voice, times are different from the past. Prince Xin was already an old emperor. Now he should be called the new emperor.
Father, do you think it is still too late to turn back now? Over the years, you have harmed so many Donglin party members, those prominent families in the court.
Everyone wished they could devour you alive and strip you alive.
Even if the new emperor is wary of you, do you think those 3 civil and military officials in the court would let you off?
When the new emperor ascends the throne. So I took the initiative to resign.
I also handed over all the pregnant women from the Eastern Depot. As long as these things can be used, they can find a way out of the world.
Dad, don't be confused.
At this time, if you delegate power,
Wasn't it just a stab for himself?
Zhu Yujian had just ascended the throne.
hold power in your hands.
He wouldn't dare touch you. Without the Eastern City, in their eyes, you are just a toothless insect.
He could skin you alive in no time.
When you first arrived in the capital, how do you see the affairs of the court so clearly?
While begging along the way, seeing a beggar fighting until he could fight for half a steamed bun. In my opinion, this court is no different from a beggar stand. Father, now you are that steamed bun. The country was littered with starving corpses. The border soldiers are also under pressure. The emperor is eager to take a bite of you to prolong his life. One step back means death. If you want to survive, you have to strike first. Father, the Eastern Depot and the embroidered uniform guard are still in our hands. Before reaching a dead end, taking advantage of Zhu Yujian's unstable throne. Let's go first, so Zhu Yujian can see your true worth.
Now the Emperor and the Donglin faction are watching me intently. Some things are probably just too much to be able to do.
Father doesn't have to raid the house like before. Just a little trick. Those old rotten plants will jump out on their own. The next day, he attended court. Before they could speak out to impeach him, directly leading by donating money and grain. These old guys have been quite corrupt behind the scenes. Who donated? Father pretended to raid the family tea banquet. This not only silences others, leaving a good impression on the emperor, and it can even force the Donglin party into desperate factions.
What if they insist they have no money?
At this time, if you really raid the house,
Even while the late emperor was alive, he couldn't protect him.
Don't I still have the Jinyue? Those old guys, afraid of a do or die situation. He would definitely be unable to resist the transferring the stolen silver. At this moment, people were sent to keep a close watch. Every catch is spot on.
All right, just do as my son says, regardless of whether the matter succeeds or not. As your father, I have to fight for a way out for you.
Everyone who returned to the elder study had finished handling everything.
But what is there to say about panic?
but what?
Our men discovered the Jinyue. It would only cause Zhang Tao to die. Suddenly, impending, blood flowed from all 7 orifices, as if he had taken poison to end his life.
Your hands have even reached into my Jinyue.
Go check who found the pawn.
Father, there is no need to investigate. There were many in the court who were watching him like tigers. They were nothing more than the emperor or members of the Donglin faction. Now Zhang Tao's position is vacant. Why don't we go along with the flow? He voluntarily gave up this lucrative position to the emperor. What Zhu Yujin feared most was his father's overwhelming power, and was not controlled by others, now that he has just ascended the grand board. If there is no one useful at hand, we proactively delegate power. Zhu Yujin would only think that we are always aware of the burr of things. On the contrary, it is more beneficial for us. As for those Donglin guides, when they think of them as fathers, the sun sets behind the western hills. When the crowns of the sliding caps come together, let's set up our plans in advance. Wipe out all the old foxes by the end.
You brought the Eastern Depot, and every mention kept the Donglin faction's residence under strict surveillance. Even if a flies out, you have to figure it out for me.
Additionally,
Have the Jinyue prepare. This time, it was a huge fortune.
I am obeying orders.
There are too many people in the capital and a spying crowd. Then, I'll arrange a new status for you. From now on, when you are outside, you are my newly adopted godson. No one can find fault with it.
rest assured,
No one knows about the cleansing room. Just stay by my side and serve me with peace of mind.
Like Sister Yu. In a couple of days, I'll personally deliver you a surprise gift.
Your Majesty has just ascended the throne as great king. Now the national treasury is empty.
The border passes sent urgent reports. I wish to donate tens of millions of taels of silver, 30,000 den of grain, sharing the burdens of the state, to assist your majesty in stabilizing the realm. Your majesty must not be deceived by such petty men. Everyone in the world knows of him. Wei Zhongxian committed every evil deed, arrogant and overbearing. This behavior today, it is nothing but a way to survive by cutting off one's tail. There must be another agenda behind the scenes.
Lord Li prided himself on being a renowned scholar of the pure street. Is he just going to talk big in court?
Since I, a traitorous minister, whom everyone calls out, knows how to share the country's burdens, shouldn't Censor Li and the gentleman take the lead and contribute?
Reporting to your majesty!
I, a humble Hanzi.
He maintained his integrity in poverty.
My descendants were born from resources. I am willing to donate 3 months' salary to offer modest service to close relatives.
Together, they passed through 10 rooms.
Your Majesty, as a subject, is willing to donate 3 months' salary. The magistrate's household in the outskirts of the capital produces several places of state. May your Majesty soon restore peace to the realm.
Everyone here truly has noble character.
But don't forget,
if your Majesty discovers that the Jiangnan supervises all officials, you have embezzled their own pockets.
Unwilling to sincerely devote oneself to the country. But deceiving the ruler is a grave crime. Stop slandering others like this. Do you think everyone is like you? Shameless, castrated dog.
All right.
为情也是一片土 well. Let's stop here, everyone.
May I ask to speak with Lord Li? Lord Li.
What do you think about today's events?
The Emperor couldn't figure out the tricks for now.
But Wei Zhongxian, that old castrator dog, he must be holding back some trouble inside.
Lord Li, with a little sincerity, I have a matter I need your help with. Lord Li.
Son!
You haven't seen it. Today, during the court session, Li Biao, those old guys heard me lead the way in donating silver.
Her face would swell like pig liver in a flash. It was truly satisfying.
Over the years, most of the Ministry of Revenue silver has gone into their pockets. Today, Dad will give them some blood first. The real drama is yet to come.
Chang'e!
Our scouts have come to report. Li Biao summoned a batch of carriages from the city. He went overnight to a small courtyard in Zhao. Additionally, there was movement on the Wucheng military command side.
Now that the world has come to court,
many officials use the excuse of raising grain and donating grain. He sent his own carriage out of the city. Dad, the opportunity has come. They will surely transport their private property out of the capital overnight.
And the matter must not be delayed.
We sent people to guard the small paths outside the city, waiting for them to come to their doorstep.
The Eastern Depot is...
The factory workers indeed lived up to expectation.
Our men intercepted more than a dozen convoys outside the city. All are transported gold and silver. It was estimated to be 10 million taels. We also dug up this ledger from the courtyard in Li Biao district. Every silver he embezzled was written down clearly.
All right.
With these...
I see how those Donglin dogs are still yelling at me. Keep staring for me.
As long as the carriage left the capital.
Even if it is just pooping poop. Stir it up for me too.
Son!
This time, it is all thanks to you. If it weren't for your advice.
The two of us are probably already thrown into prison waiting to die.
Tomorrow at court, you will hand all these things over to the Emperor. Although they were just 2 underlings. But it was enough for the Donglin party to bleed.
I wish to impeach Wei Zhongxian, the Duke of the Eastern Depot, deceiving the sacred court, acting with arrogance and domineering. But Cheng alone remained. I earnestly request your majesty to issue an edict. Grant death to this Yan traitor, and restore a peaceful and upright army to the world.
Your Majesty!
Old minister, there is something here. I hope your majesty will take a look.
It really is wonderful.
Right under my nose. I am actually raising a bunch of traitors who betray the outside world. Your Majesty must not trust a single word. The eleger may be subject to fraud. Wei Zhongxian 一个阉人. How could he easily believe what he said was a fraud?
According to Lord Li's intention, you helped Xue Guoguan transfer the illicit funds. And all these boxes of real money. Them are created out of thin air. Why don't you take a closer look? Whose private seal is stamped on the ledger?
Lord Xu is not always boasting about the public good.
Plain meals! Just the carriage alone was found with no less than 10 million taels of silver. Lord Shui really has quite a big appetite. Doesn't Lord Li always talk about clean and upright? That day, crying poverty in the court, and was only willing to donate 3 months' salary. Why would those silver coins outside the city rather rot and mold in the field? and still refuse to use it to help the country. Getting on in years, and still kept 7 or 8 concubines. Lord Li really is still vigorous, despite his age.
Is this the upright scholar you mentioned? This is my pure stream pillar. If this continues, could it be that one day this dragon throne will shake?
You dare to be greedy together!
Someone.
里表西国官2人 seized 所有官职, 夺此省 positions and property, and investigated and exterminated 3 clans. The 2 of them wouldn't have to go to jail anymore.
Just skin them and wash them for me.
All the silver seized by your majesty have all been submitted to the Ministry of Revenue for registration and record keeping.
I am already advanced in years
and was unfit for great responsibility. I earnestly hope your majesty will personally select one person. He served as commander of the embroidered uniform guard. I only wish to remain at the eastern depot.
When your majesty is like a dog, kill these parasites!
Why do you say such things? My loyal minister, you have made great contributions in this matter. The position of the Eastern Depot Factory Supervisor.
Except for you.
I trust no one.
You didn't see Chongzhen's expression was like a pallet.
One moment green, the next white. Those Donglin faction members were so scared their legs went weak.
Almost wet his pants on the spot.
How many years has it been? Our family has never held our heads high like this before.
Father, this is just the beginning. Next, I need my father to give me something.
From now on, when you hold this token, the Jinyi Wei of the Eastern Depot were to be moved at will.
Father has many words.
What do you want this thing for?
Money is manipulated, grain is stored, and troops are trained. This capital city is like an iron cage, stuck here. Sooner or later, it was a dead end. If we want to survive, we need the strength to flip the table.
Chang'e!
In January, the Empress sent a message.
I want you to personally enter the palace for a chat.
Son, don't panic.
The entire city of the fathers Jinyi Wei secretly watched for half a stick of incense. If you haven't left the shop yet,
Father personally broke into the palace to bring you back.
Are you Lord Wei's newly adopted godson? He was quite handsome.
Wei Feng greeted the Empress.
Upon seeing me, how dare you not kneel? Is this how Lord Wei taught you the rules?
If your majesty the Empress has something to say, feel free to speak directly.
In this freezing cold, you can't exactly have me come here specifically to learn the rules, can you?
A few days ago, Li Sandao and 2 stewards, Chen Jing, were in the palace. Wei Zhongxian said, they fell in the middle of the night while fetching water. This is just a trick to a 3-year-old child. On the day you were castrated, the old eunuch in my palace personally saw Liu Wenping rush into the purification room. In less than 15 minutes, I came out carrying you on my back. Less than half a stick of incense before and after. Even the hot water in the basin wasn't enough for Wei Feng. You weren't even drowned. Right. Don't worry. Will this matter get out? It all depends on whether you know how to look good. From now on, you are my favorite spy in the Eastern Depot. Listen to me obediently. When Wei Zhongxian falls from power, I not only keep you safe, even his position. You might not be unable to get a seat. Such audacity. Committing the crime of capital punishment, and still dare to disrespect me.
Your Majesty truly has a good mood. If you can barely protect yourself, and you still have the nerve to worry about my future.
Reckless.
How dare you deceive me?
I am the principal empress of the late emperor. How could the emperor possibly harm me?
What kind of temperament does the emperor have? Her Majesty knows this better than anyone. You not only speak reluctantly in the harem.
the Donglin faction in the court still regards you as a lifeline.
The emperor had just ascended the throne
and was about to be overshadowed by a royal sister-in-law who was once on a grand trip.
Guess what? If he finds out you want to reach into the Eastern Depot,
will I dream of you every night, imitating Wu Zetian in ruling from behind the curtain?
The Emperor most avoided having someone divide power.
The Emperor has long been guarding against you to the utmost. If you don't believe me, look. There are still a few familiar faces in this palace.
He had already secretly replaced it long ago.
Even if it offended the Emperor, I will also eliminate you, eunuch traitors!
Your Majesty truly understands the greater good. He just didn't know that the Taikang Earl's residence had over 100 people. Does your Highness have the resolve to do so?
This is impossible. How could my family be so embezzled?
If your Highness wishes to report it, just go ahead. My father just managed to get the Emperor a large sum of life, saving money. Do you think the Emperor knows about this? He would kill my father.
Or do you think your Highness's hand is stretching too far?
Your Majesty should weigh it carefully.
Go ahead. What do you want?
I want your Majesty, when I am in the palace, help me avoid some unnecessary trouble. As a reward.
Tai Kangbo's mess. We'll help you sort it out. Your Zhang family's properties in Jiangnan. We will also take care of a little.
You want me to collude with your eunuch faction?
Don't even think about it!
Her Majesty thought it through.
Now, in the court, apart from us, who else can truly get things done?
Could it be that the Donglin party only knows how to talk their way and sour Confucianism? As long as your Highness is willing to cooperate, the position of Empress will always be yours. Not only is no one in the harem daring to mess with you, even the Emperor has to reconsider his own weight.
All right. I promise to help you. But if anything goes wrong with the Zhang family, I will immediately expose your scandals to the public.
Let's wait a bit longer for tea time. If you still don't release them, don't blame our family for offending the Empress.
Father, this is not the place to talk.
Let's head back first.
Son.
That woman didn't make things difficult for you, did she?
So, has Jiangnan become one of us?
This move was brilliant. Zhang Quan will cover for you. The Zhang family wouldn't really help the Donglin party deal with us. If there is any disturbance on the Emperor's side, we can also find out immediately.
I just didn't expect that old guy Zhang Guojin to be so silent and silent.
Making money behind the scenes, and being so ruthless.
Father, the harem was temporarily stabilized, but the affairs of the court had only just begun.
李彪的薛国官不过是马前卒
front of the horse. The true foundation of the Donglin sect still lies in Jiangnan.
Dad was also troubled by this matter. Although he managed to get the Emperor a considerable amount of silver,
but this amount of money was nowhere near enough to fill the gaps between teeth.
The Emperor would not truly believe that our Donglin party could strike back at any moment. The next day, he attended court.
The spit of those old foxes could drown me.
Since it is said in the court. But then, let's change the battlefield. Those old guys were all more shameless than the last. If he were to play the game of remonstrating to the death in court, your Majesty does not come down to the throne. Only compromise is possible, since this path is not feasible.
Then let's take a different path. He flipped the table directly.
I know all three banks well. This is the largest in the capital.
The shopkeeper's surname was Xu. At least, he knows the rules. Why are you staring at them?
Dad, do you really think this business belongs to Xu? He is just a handyman. Whenever disaster struck, they always managed to get old grain from the government granaries, sold at high prices to the common people. An ordinary merchant. Where did he get such great skill? Behind all this is money, with hundreds of billions backing him. The capital of these money shops, half of them came from wealthy merchants from Jiangnan. Hou Xin, wise minister of revenue, secretly issued stamp money, forcing the families of the common people to ruin and the deaths of their people. These things have long been no secret among the people. Father, do you really think our Ming Dynasty is really broke?
Of course. There is money, but he was not at court. And are no longer in the hands of the common people. All of it ended up in the pockets of those powerful and wealthy merchants.
So we want to raise money. We must never target the pockets of ordinary people. Those merchant families eat the brain full and fat loss. A year's income was high enough to feed the Ming Dynasty for 3 years. If not for them, who else would they do?
And what are you planning to do?
If you don't waste your saliva with them in court, let's go straight to the point. Cutting the root of the fire, completely break through their wallets. Waiting for the ironclad evidence to be laid out before them, the emperor naturally saw clearly who the loyal ministers were.
Who are the parasites?
Wei Zhongxian, this eunuch is simply crazy! They actually want to step on our heads and flatter the young emperor!
Don't panic, Brother Mu. Our accounts are flawless. Even if the emperor personally came to investigate and couldn't find any issues.
Not afraid of thieves! Stealing! Only afraid of thieves! Coveting them! The emperor is now nearly driven mad with poverty. Wei Zhongxian took down those two fools, Li Biao and Xue Guoguang. The emperor was like a wolf sniffing meat. Sooner or later, they'll have to target the two of us, so it is fine.
Tomorrow, I will arrange for students from the Imperial Academy to parade through the streets to petition. Make the show as loud as possible. Even if the emperor wanted to protect Wei Zhongxian, they also need to weigh carefully whether it will provoke public anger.
Just do as my cousin said! The snow kept falling heavier. Grain prices can rise several times higher. I immediately notify you to lock it. Not a single grain of rice is allowed to be released after a few more days. The price of rice rose from 3 taels to 10 taels per bag. We can not only fill the holes left over the years, and you can make a hefty profit. Fellow students!
The real show was about to begin.
This group of sour and rotten literati. The book has gone straight into the dog's stomach.
I have finally managed to get some life-saving money, thanks to Wei Zongshan.
They rushed to stir up trouble.
Wei Zhongxian 死了, died. Should I trade them for silver to spend?
Your Majesty, please restrain your anger.
And under no circumstances should one be impatient. The most urgent thing now is to properly settle the students of the Imperial Academy. If you let them write as they please, outside the court, he stirred up uprisings among the scholars.
That would be a huge disaster.
Immediately send someone to deliver a message to Wei Zhongxiang. As for the students outside, he had to find a way to deal with them himself. Otherwise, I would not have been able to protect him. This is already my last chance to give him. He told him to take care of himself.
What? Wasn't it still 3 taels per egg yesterday?
Why is it only 5 taels today? Isn't this pushing us toward a dead end?
What nonsense are you shouting about? You think it is expensive, and I complain too. Where is there any rice left in the capital to sell to you now? This is all rice, sir. I spent a fortune to transport from out of town.
At this price?
Do you want to eat or not?
You lowly old man! I sweep the streets. He himself didn't know how to see things. Crashing into it is none of my business!
If you do not flee again,
be careful not to end up with him.
Shopkeeper, we came from the border.
For half a year, military pay was not distributed.
Brothers, you've been hungry for 5 days.
Go away. Go away. Where did this stinky autumn bastard come from?
not going with the barbarians, desperately coming to me to beg for food. I am telling you, no matter if the frontier army or ally army is 5 taels, purge and ration.
If you have no money, just get lost.
Shopkeeper, please have mercy. We have all risked our lives for the Ming Dynasty, even if they were given chaff.
My brother was severely wounded, just waiting for this bite to survive.
Not selling! Not selling!
A bunch of useless people who just eat their jobs die at the border.
Forget it! Hurry up and go! Don't die outside my shop. And still have to pay for the coffin.
Who are you saying is just eating without thinking?
My brothers are all snakes in Guangming City.
Only a few of us survived and came back without us fighting the enemy ahead.
Is it really your place to live a peaceful life here?
What are you still standing there for?
Beat me to death.
The young men of the Ming Dynasty! We have shed blood for the court! These unscrupulous merchants didn't even give them a mouthful of bran! 我们已经没有活路了!
This is 50 taels of silver. Once it is done, I'll give your family another 50 taels.
Don't worry, sir. I have a clear idea in my heart.
I trade my miserable life for the whole family's basic needs.
It is worth it! This damn slime merchant defeated the resistance heroes to death! Either way, it is the same.
We can't wait any longer.
Everyone, take it down for me.
Those who dared to resist were killed on the spot!
Sir!
What about these veterans? It really looks like someone crawling out of a pile of corpses.
There are no veterans. In this prefecture, we only see a group of bandits taking advantage of the chaos to plunder.
The movements are a bit more efficient.
Later, Lord Qian blamed him.
This prefecture has failed in handling your affairs.
Wait!
Stop, right there. Everyone. It turned out to be Lord Liu. The prefecture is currently handling a case. He arrested several troublemakers who committed violence in the street.
I was just about to go back for questioning.
If you, sir, have nothing to do,
Trouble yourself to make way for me. Let's invite you to tea another day.
Handling cases.
May I ask, what kind of case the magistrate is handling here? Since border soldiers are involved, this matter should be handled by the Southern Pacification Office and the Ministry of War. Prefect, this is trying to overstep your bounds. Or does he not take the Emperor seriously?
What the father-in-law said was,
this prefecture was momentarily anxious and abrupt. Then these few people will be handed over to the eunuch for handling.
Well done. Now the fish has bitten the hook. Next, let's add fuel to their fire. Let the fire burn even fiercer.
Son!
The Emperor's side was about to collapse.
That group of reckless youths were still kneeling outside the Jiangnan gate, desperately pleading.
If this continues,
the Emperor will definitely push us out to take the blame.
Father, rest assured.
He couldn't refuse.
The ones who should take the blame are not us at all. In the face of blatant hunger and despair, the Donglin party's efforts to embellish peace ultimately cannot be hidden from the truth. Look carefully. There is even half a false statement. I will cut you down first.
I see it clearly. Those few wore border army uniforms. His body was covered in scars from chilblains on his elbows and knife blades. He was indeed a veteran who had retired from Liaodong.
You mean?
The soldiers fought desperately at the border, killing the enemy.
not even a single bite of a full meal!
And was stabbed to death in the street by Chen Chen's men. You may leave first. If there is any disturbance between the embroidered uniform guard and the Eastern Depot, you must inform me immediately. Your Majesty, please restrain your anger. Lord Wei has already taken action. Even dozens of the students outside had already fainted.
Your Majesty wishes to see him even once.
First, settle them properly. If they want to kneel, let them kneel, and convey my command.
All officials in the capital immediately entered the palace to discuss affairs.
I want to see what kind of show they've put on for me. Sigh.
This is the border troops.
How did it end up like this?
He still didn't know that the owner of Manfong Rice Shop on East Street allowed his servant to commit crimes. Not only did they refuse to buy rice, but they even stabbed a veteran anti-Jin soldier to death in public. But the shopkeeper had nothing to do with it. Instead, they arrested many ordinary people.
Do we pay taxes every year for the dogs? Why can't even the border troops get enough to eat?
This group shouts every day that the soldiers should sleep hard. Higher year after year. I think it is because the front is tight, the back is tight, and the back is struggling.
All three of my sons went. Liaodong, there hasn't been a single word yet.
The court is like this.
Everyone in charge will die.
And all perished.
We went to file a complaint against the Emperor. We cannot let the soldiers' blood be shed in vain.
Steel gnawing on tree bark here.
Rumors spread throughout the city.
Manfeng Rice Store. Stores! A full 40,000 jars of white rice.
They just keep it safe and refuse to sell.
This morning, several elderly and weak border soldiers went to buy rice. He was stabbed to death in the street.
My daughter passed away last night.
Why don't they sell rice?
He is part of the Donglin faction!
It was Chen Shanyi and his group.
They want to profit from the national crisis!
Master! Something bad happened.
Outside!
If it were just a bunch of refugees. What about the people of Wusheng, Bing Meici, and Shengtian Prefecture? Tell them to and hold the court.
Master!
Blocked from start to finish.
The messenger cannot get out!
Damn, troublemakers!
Protect me and charge out first!
When I return with my face.
Watch how I deal with them!
Come out and kill to pay with your life! I'll let you off in the hall!
Money and love. Did you get chased by a dog? How did it end up in such a mess?
Your Majesty!
I wish to report the disaster caused by Wei Zhongxian, which disrupted the court's order. An intense rebellion. Those students are outside the gate of Great Ming, but was ultimately forced by Wei Zhongxian to die in remonstrance outside the capital. I earnestly request your Majesty to issue an edict and dismiss them from office for investigation.
Your Majesty's eunuch faction rebelled. Heaven is angry and people resent.
If your Majesty does not execute Wei Zhongxian today, your humble servant will pledge my life to make my resolve clear, and slammed his head into this hole to his death.
I earnestly request your Majesty to execute the traitorous traitors.
To appease the people's anger!
Honored guests, is this a plan to force a palace coup?
The swallows and dogs fall silent. You deceive the emperor and defy the ruler, ignoring steel intestines. How can you still have the nerve to stand here? Today is the death order for your Eastern Depot lackeys.
Outside the Chang'an Gate, many commoners had gathered, shouting that they wanted to sue the emperor.
Bring them in.
This case concerns me, personally, serving the divine beings and your Majesty's discerning judgment. The death of this old minister is not worth lamenting, but the Ming Dynasty was almost hollowed out by these parasites. These men were all soldiers who had retired from Liaodong. It was only because for half a year that military pay was not distributed. Today, I went to buy rice, but failed. He was actually beaten to death by a rice shop man on the street.
This is the rice shop ledger collected by this old minister.
I earnestly request your Majesty to review it.
Your Majesty!
These soldiers lost their limbs at the border, without grain or provisions. If you want to go to Manfeng Rice Shop for a bite of rice bran, unexpectedly, the rice shop owner didn't give him a single grain of rice. He even ordered his household servants to wield knives. Let the veterans who shed blood for the country die on the spot!
Your Majesty!
This traitor slanders people with bloody mouths. The identities of these people are questionable. It was clearly him hiring someone to disguise himself.
Your Majesty must not believe his slander.
Your Majesty!
The old soldier's body lay outside the Chang'an Gate. The Ministry of War's roster also lists several names.
Your Majesty may investigate thoroughly.
Lord Qian, this rice shop, Wu Chengli, you really feel comfortable holding it?
Your Majesty!
I am innocent. This Minghang must be my clan, established in my name. I truly have no knowledge of this.
Your Majesty!
Today, there are indeed refugees rebelling on East Street. The Shengtian Prefecture has already arrested and brought them back to trial.
This was clearly Wei Zhongxian's scheme.
Using this to frame others.
And obscuring the sacred ear.
MVH.
Lord Hu, the refugee, truly has a sharp tongue.
Where did these refugees come from? In the capital. Tianfu arrested all the commoners registered by the Ministry of Revenue.
I am afraid it is because we've wasted money and adults earn silver.
Forced to confess in prison. Right? The visitor, dragging Qian away, and confiscated all his family property,
and was escorted into the prison.
The prefect of Shengtian neglected his duties, immediately dismissed from office and investigate.
And then, there was the full seal of rice shops.
All were collected into the national treasury.
The shopkeeper and all accomplices were all exiled to the frontier.
Wei Ai's affair. I entrust you with all authority. I must dig up all these parasites from the country.
Not a single one is missing.
Son!
This time, it is really thanks to you. If we hadn't set up the plan in advance, this time, even if he didn't die, he'd have to be skinned.
The eunuch faction fled.
You have brought chaos to the court. His crime is unforgivable, yet he still dares to flaunt himself in the marketplace.
What face do you have to survive in this world?
Shen Xuyuan, you can't tell right from wrong. Those who remain steadfast in their evil.
How could you be here barking like a dog? You should take good care of yourself.
Is this what you call a breath of fresh air? Qian Qianyi's good deeds! He forced the soldiers of Wei who had died in the street.
If you don't believe me,
go check out East Street yourself. That blood hasn't dried up yet. Everyone! Please don't waver! All of this was the scheme of that guy!
Steal a scholar.
Every day, he speaks of benevolence, righteousness, and morality.
He actually sided with Qian Qianyi, that group of beasts.
Shoulders unable to bear, hands unable to move, and can no longer distinguish right from wrong, good or evil. The book really went straight into the dog's stomach.
Oh, my child!
Now we're really making it big! Your Majesty has entrusted me with full responsibility for this matter.
All the money and grain found have to go through my hands. We won this round big!
And just one Manfeng rice store alone cost more than 40,000 bags of rice. Hundreds of billions. That old guy must be hiding even more.
Father, don't celebrate too soon. 钱钱一再付. Once wealthy, how much oil can you get when frying it? Filling the entire capital city. Countless mouths waiting to eat, up and down. Not to mention the disaster victims outside the city and the huge grain owed by the border guards. Just this little thing. It was just a drop in the bucket. Although Qian Qianyi had fallen. But when a centipede dies, it does not stiffen. Their roots still lie in Jiangnan. To get through this hurdle, you have to scoop grain out of the mouths of those wealthy merchants in Jiangnan.
That is easier said than done. The capital has long been leaking like a sieve. The wealthy merchants in Jiangnan were as shrewd as monkeys, stockpiled large quantities of grain early on, just waiting for the capital to collapse and sell at high prices. At this time, if you want them to open the granaries and release grain, even if they emptied all the capital's wealth, it still wouldn't be enough.
If the court is not in a hurry, why should we be anxious? Let this momentum rise even further.
Delivered to Suzhou Jiaxian money shop.
Just wait.
The real show was just beginning.
I trouble Eunuch Liu to urge your horse to gallop on. Deliver a letter to Lord Qian.
Not Your mind has been frozen into a lump of ice. If this letter were delivered to the wealthy merchants of Jiangnan, that is, to send us a death-defying talisman, a section of the grain route in the capital city, it instantly became a dead city.
The supply routes were uninterrupted. How did you force the emperor and those stingy henchmen in Jiangnan to make a decision? Besides, when the sky falls, there is a tall one holding it up. The emperor was still seated on the dragon throne. It is not our place to take the blame.
There hadn't been a single grain ship on the capital's Grand Canal for 3 days! The capital's granaries are so empty that rats can escape. The granary in Tongzhou was even less than a grain of rice. You all have such a quick tongue that you can easily stir up trouble. Why are they all mute? Now!
Your Majesty, please restrain your anger! The surrounding prefectures and counties around the capital have already been urgently dispatching supplies here.
However, in recent years, severe droughts have been frequent. The harvest is less than half of previous years.
It would probably be difficult to gather enough food.
A group of strong Han men.
Useless rice bucket! Get out! All of you! Get out!
Son.
His Majesty has not issued a proclamation for 5 days, and I have entered the palace. Our people are buying grain at high prices in the surrounding area.
Not even a single straw was found.
Now, everyone outside says, I raided Manfeng rice store and offended them, wealthy merchants from Jiangnan. If the emperor can't handle it, push me out to be the scapegoat.
The two of us are completely finished.
Father was anxious and could not provide provisions. Let's eat first.
Oh, wow. My ancestors' fire burned the eyebrows, reaching the roots. Who would have the mood to drink porridge?
If we don't find a way to get food.
Inside and outside the city, can starving people really tear us apart?
Father, I have a way. But I must enter the palace to meet the emperor.
No, no! You are a fake eunuch! Ha!
Chongzhen, that kid has a fickle temperament. Like flipping through a book. If you slip up, even if you risk your life, I won't be able to save you.
Dad, do you think things have come to this point? The emperor still has the leisure to intervene. Am I really a eunuch? Besides, my plan must be approved by the emperor.
I respectfully pay respects to your majesty.
Wei Xingjun, what kind of show is this? You came all this way to see me make a fool of myself, huh?
I absolutely dare not!
I have come to offer sacrifices.
Offer sacrifices?
You still think the Eastern Depot's raid trick works? Now the entire court is filled with memorials impeaching you, accusing you of acting arrogantly, offending the merchants of Jiangnan. That is what drove the capital into a state of rice shortage. I don't settle accounts with you because of past ties.
You still dare to come and offer sacrifices.
How? You want me to confiscate all the merchants in Jiangnan? Your Majesty, I have a remnant plan. Not only can it solve the rice shortage in the capital, and can finally settle things once and for all. He completely secured the grain sacks of Jiangnan in the hands of the Imperial court.
Say it again!
Daring to openly display your compassion before me. How many heads do you have enough for me to chop you down? Your Majesty! This brat is reckless and reckless.
I hope you will forgive my offense.
Your Majesty is exalted as the Son of Heaven. Would he willingly be threatened by a mere merchant? The wealthy merchants of Jiangnan dared to act in such a way. It was clear that he didn't take his Majesty seriously. As long as I follow my plan, within a month, all the rice from Jiangnan was sent to the capital. There will be no more injuries holding him back. If you go on today, regardless of the gains or losses of words, I do not hold him accountable. Your Majesty is troubled by this, and Jiangnan has struck with rebellion. But there is also fear that an unjustified campaign will stir up public anger. But if it is not a confiscation, but judging a confiscation requires evidence, the judgment only requires your Majesty. You only need an imperial edict. Merchants are the most profit-driven. They hoard grain, but don't sell it. It was nothing more than a desire to drain the last mouthful of Ming blood. But if we deliberately spread the news, saying that the Ming dynasty couldn't afford a single cent to buy grain, Your Majesty, guess what these stingy roosters will do? By then, these tycoons will surely think they've gone too far. They will definitely find ways to transport the grain. But not for us. It is a gift for the Tartars beyond the pass, in exchange for their own dogs' lives.
They dare!
This group of traitors!
Your Majesty, please calm your anger!
We're waiting for them to lose their composure. As long as they intercept the grain halfway, everything is under our control. If one can neither be aware of the spirit nor the ghost, and immediately blame the Jin soldiers for their harassment, if any of these are exposed, we can have just reason to act, and punish them accordingly.
Alright.
I am giving you this chance. I personally appoint you as the Eastern Depot Commander, and concurrently Deputy Commander of the Embroidered Uniform Guard. Everyone in the capital can transfer you.
But let me be clear from the start. If this matter goes wrong,
you and Wei Zhongxian brought their heads to see me. I will show no mercy, and present my decree in Ling.
Father, and the matter must not be delayed. While the fine merchants in Jiangnan are still watching, we have to spread the word.
Lord Liu!
You hold my Jinyue token, leading people to Suzhou at full speed, Yangzhou, Sandy, Hangzhou, the three regions. Spread the news to every tea house. At the restaurant dock, everyone told everyone that Hong Taiji was about to launch a major military campaign in spring. The capital was already on the brink of collapse.
Additionally, he sent people from the Eastern Depot disguised as eunuchs fleeing from disaster. Items pawned in palaces throughout Jiangnan. We must make everyone believe. The capital city has already run out of ammunition and provisions.
It became a lonely city on the verge of being breached.
Father, the most crucial step still depends on you for me to feel at ease. You led your personal guards and secretly monitored all trade routes from Jiangnan to the northern regions. Do not seek absolute error, but the main part must be cut off.
This is our very foundation for survival.
Child, rest assured.
This time, Dad is risking his life. At worst, it is just death. Even if Father strips off this official skin, I also have to keep you safe.
Did you find out anything?
Replying to the master.
The canals in the capital have been silent for 3 days. Now everyone is buying grain from other places. Manager Sunday next door sent a message. His granary is already full. Ask, could you let some grain out first?
Blood flows in waves. Tell him.
Now, who dares to release a single grain of grain? From now on, don't even think about making a living in Jiangnan. The capital wouldn't hold out for more than a few days. If you keep hanging on, you'll make a lot of money.
It is the master!
Ladies and gentlemen,
Everyone must be aware of the recent commotions in the capital, right? The Grand Canal ran out of provisions for 6 whole days. All the palace eunuchs fled to Suzhou, Hangzhou pawn shops for imperial use. Chongzhen's young emperor was probably so anxious in the palace that he was stomping his feet.
Isn't that right? I just received a letter from a colleague in Suzhou this morning. Liu Min, who spoke of those who fled from the north, all had pale faces and emaciated chickens.
Unable to eat until hungry.
The current imperial city has no grain or pay. It is just an empty shell.
Speak softly.
If this got out, it would be a disaster. But the young Emperor Chongzhen wasn't the only one in the north demanding grain. The grain piled in our warehouse. That was a precious treasure that could trade for a bright future.
The mandate of the great Ming has come to an end. Unable to hold out until spring arrives. Hong Taiji had already sent secret envoys to contact me, as long as we quietly send Mrs. Liang over.
The new dynasty was first established.
We are all heroes of composure, granting official titles and titles, fertile fields, and luxurious residences.
Whatever you want, you have it.
It is better than working for the Ming dynasty here.
Brother Zhou, those words really hit me hard.
I have long understood it.
The Ming dynasty has rotted to its roots. Our family legacy must not be lost with the burial of Song grain. If one can obtain real gold and silver, and even gain a hereditary title, this deal is guaranteed to be profitable.
What if the news is false? If Chongzhen had recovered from his composure, perhaps Wei Zhongxian deliberately leaked information and set a trap. Our grain transport convoy was intercepted. That was a capital crime, punishable by extermination of 9 generations.
No faking!
The eunuchs pawning the palace items were genuine. The canal running out of grain is real. In the capital, corpses of starving lay everywhere. It is true that the common people have to eat one son. Chongzhen now had no grain or money. It is just that grasshoppers after autumn won't last a few days.
Brother Zhou is right. This is something you can do.
We secretly transport grain in batches, deliberately taking remote and secluded paths,
avoiding the informants of the government and the Eastern Depot. Unnoticed by the gods and ghosts.
All right.
My warehouse holds 25,000 tons of polished rice. Tonight, the settlers will be settled and the carts prepared. First, send 5,000 Dan to scout the way. Let's see if Hong Taiji is willing to act on his side. Grain transport merchants.
Master.
The Hangzhou regular price has already started to move. Last night, nearly 3,000 were loaded onto the carts. The grain is taken along a narrow pass outside the city. I also do 30,000 yuan when the wheat rots in the granary. Better to change generations to wealth and honor, even if we fail. Hong Taiji can't let us meritorious officials who deliver grain be treated unfairly.
At this point, you can't really count on the emperor to collect grain. Whose money you earn isn't really earning. Maybe he could even secure an official position.
All right.
Since everyone is so united, then I'll take the lead.
First,
this matter is kept strictly confidential and kept to the outside world. Not a single word can be missed. Just say the northern transfer to Liang for disaster relief. There must be absolutely no slip-ups. Second, never be greedy for more. Each batch is capped at 5,000 Dan loads. Split into 3 different paths. Diversify risk, so as not to be wiped out in one go.
Rest assured.
My lips are the most tight. If this leaks out from me, and no need for government intervention to intervene, I have come to see you all by myself.
Right now, we're all grasshoppers on the same rope. When one is honored, all flourish. When one is lost, all are diminished.
No one is foolish enough to ruin their own future.
I'll go back and arrange for the staff to prepare the vehicle right away. Tonight at midnight, the first batch of grain departs on time.
Take the small road west of the city.
Ensuring safety.
Then, I wish everyone a smooth journey in advance. Wealth and honor bestowed upon oneself.
All right.
The Lord has arrived.
There were a total of 13 carriages.
Look at the car.
In front of the carts, each car was loaded with 400 to 500 tons of grain.
Don't rush. Let them go.
Sir.
That is nearly 6,000 bags of grain. If we act now, we can catch them all in one sweep.
I have already instructed you, unable to strike the grass to startle the snake. First, let them taste some sweetness. Caught this batch. There is still another batch. Grain merchants in Jiangnan were as numerous as cattle and horses. You can't just pick a few leaves and be done with it.
Father, the fish had already taken the bait. Next, I still need you to step in. Release some news.
And you can just say,
Dad, I'll listen to you.
Send people from the Eastern Depot. Spread 3 pieces of news. First, the capital was in grave danger.
Zhongzhen issued an edict. From the 3rd day onward, the roads traveling north were to be sealed off. Heavy troops were stationed along the way.
Second,
the emperor has sent you, Father, to lead the process. He spoke of forcibly requisitioning provisions from the south. 3 small grain merchants have already been raided.
Third,
Hong Taiji is temporarily not collecting grain.
He said he would wait for more grain to gather, and then trade.
Son, your move is brilliant. This is to drive them to a dead end. Let them be desperate.
What they fear now is not us. The only fear is that the grain can't be delivered.
Fame and fortune cannot be exchanged.
Let's block the path to the trade. When they panicked,
they would definitely take the risk.
By then is the best time for us to close the net.
Elder brother Joe. It is broken.
Something big has happened.
Why panic? The sky won't fall. Take your time and speak slowly. Is there something wrong with the grain transport team?
The first batch of grain has already arrived.
But on the way back and passing through the capital, we have gathered information. The naivety of the Ming Dynasty was about to change.
Just received the news.
The young emperor of Chongzhen was driven mad, saying that the capital was in peril at any moment.
In 3 days, all northern roads must be sealed,
with a ridge every 3 li, all guarded by his trusted men.
Inspect each one of them.
And Wei Zhongxian's old man. He led the Eastern Depot troops southward.
I heard it has already surpassed 3 grain merchants.
Their heads were hung at the city gate for public display.
Really?
The news is reliable.
Absolutely true.
It was the people we planted in the government who risked their lives to spread the rumors.
Absolutely can't go wrong.
And that is not even the worst. What is even worse is the northern envoy said that Hong Taiji's side would temporarily stop collecting grain, waiting until more grain was gathered before they would trade. They said that if we send this little grain now,
it was to buy time for the emperor to grant him the title.
And did not collect grain.
How is this possible? Why did it have to come at such a critical moment?
Elder brother Joe. What should we do now? Our second batch of grain has just set off. We haven't even reached the border yet. 又是真凤凰路 is truly blocked. The grain cannot be delivered. But it couldn't be pulled back. So much grain rotting in your hands. We've lost all our savings.
Moreover, Wei Zhongxian advanced southward.
If it gets traced back to us, that would be a great disaster for wiping out a whole family.
What is the use of being afraid? At this point, there was no turning back long ago.
What Brother Zhou meant was,
there are still 3 days left before the road closure. We gathered all the grain overnight.
Set off tonight.
Not taking the shortcut. Directly take the official road. Rush through before the road is blocked.
If it does not go, it does not go. Isn't that walking right into a trap? It is too risky.
Taking risks. Not doing it now. It is a dead end. Only by rushing through. Delivering the grain to Huang Taiji. Only then do we have a way out. Brother Wang, your treasury also has tens of thousands of dan of grain. Do you really want to watch them rot away before your eyes? Watching the whole family lose their lives along with them.
All right.
Elder Brother Joe.
Either way, it is all a gamble.
I'll do it with you.
That is right.
And the matter must not be delayed. We must immediately gather all the grain merchants.
Overnight! They loaded the carts.
Setting off promptly at the third watch.
The bulk of Jiangnan's grain merchants had all arrived. A total of 56 carts of provisions, and the secret account books and letters from their years of hoarding grain and driving up prices. All was on the carriage. Turns out, desperate. Do not rush to act. Once they all enter the encirclement, then they all fell into one sweep. Don't fire a single live shot.
What is going on?
Where did these soldiers come from? It is over.
He was a member of the Eastern Depot. How did you get targeted?
Shopkeeper, Zhou. Manager, Wang. Long time no see. Hope you've been well. Late at night, he traveled along official roads to transport provisions. And he brought so many servants. Where are we going?
The official misunderstood.
We are acting under local orders.
Transporting grain to provide disaster relief.
I do not know the official is here.
And often committed offenses.
Disaster relief was provided to the capital. Half a month ago, an order was issued to transfer grain to the capital. Manager Zhou, this news came really late. He even brought Dazi to lead the way. Manager Zhou, this disaster relief must be for those outside the pass. Right.
Sir, spare your life. It was all Manager Zhou's idea. I was coerced by him.
You talk nonsense.
You were the one who joined voluntarily.
What is the fuss about? Upon arriving at the Imperial prison, there is plenty of time. Let you slowly break it down. The visitor, take them all down. Thoroughly check the grain and fodder ledgers. Escort her back to the capital and hand her over to your majesty for his own judgment.
So, any news?
Master, our men were stopped when they reached Tongzhou. Shopkeeper Zhou and the others still haven't heard from him.
How could it be such a coincidence?
Something's off.
This must be something wrong.
Master!
So what about our grain? Should we hide it quickly?
Concealment.
Can you hide it? The Jinyue and the Eastern Depot have noses sharper than dogs. You are hiding grain in ancestral graves. They can dig it out for you!
At this point,
there is only one path to take. Deliver all the grain to the capital. Maybe he could even spare his life, recover some losses.
Master! And sent it over!
The grain we have worked so hard to stockpile.
If you don't hand it over, are you waiting to have your family raided and wiped out?
Now deliver the grain over. At least it was a timely help. The Emperor can't just kill a donkey after grinding in front of the whole world, can he?
Master, you are wise.
I'll go arrange the loading right away.
Father, The people of both the Zhou and Wang families were captured. All provisions were confiscated. Over the years, the Jiangnan grain merchants' hoarding and price manipulation ledgers have all been secured.
All right! Now, there is complete evidence of both witnesses and physical evidence. Those wealthy merchants in Jiangnan are like meat on our chopping block.
Do whatever you want.
Outside the capital city, there was a grain merchant carrying 20 carts of grain, saying it was to be presented to your majesty,
and voluntarily pleaded guilty. By this moment, they had already reached the outskirts of the city, awaiting judgment.
What an old fox.
He didn't even get caught in the trap. What do you think we should do with him?
Since they came all this way to deliver it to us, let's go take a look.
No, sir! 9,000 years old! Spare me!
When commoners commit crimes,
Momentarily confused.
Only after being bewitched did he develop crooked thoughts. He has absolutely no intention of collaborating with the enemy.
Manager Zhao, you really have some skills. Mobilize the nation's resources in times of crisis. Yet he still dares to secretly communicate with you. Why are you still kneeling here? Go home and wash your neck and wait for it.
The common people recognized their mistakes.
The common people are willing to offer all their grain to the court.
I only ask for mercy in my 9,000 years.
Say a few kind words for this commoner. Spare the lives of the common people's entire families.
Manager Zhao really knows how to handle the situation. But you think you've offered your good deeds. Is this really the end of it?
I can have anything I want. If only this humble servant could be spared. I am willing to do anything!
You dog life. Keeping it is somewhat useful. I'll send you out personally, helping the court connect with all grain merchants in Jiangnan. Only then did they buy grain.
Rest assured, young master,
this humble servant will surely handle it well.
Jiangnan Liangcheng, fine city.
All the common people showed face. Guarantee that all the grain will be harvested.
Separate. Urgently. I haven't even mentioned the price yet. 1 yuan per bag. Not even a little more is enough.
Each coin per bag.
Young master.
Are you kidding? Even if grain prices fall now, and at least 1 tael of silver, 1 cent per bag. Not even a single change is enough.
Didn't Boss Zhao just say, to survive, are you willing to do anything? How? Is that really stumbling on me? I promised to do this sooner. Why suffer these hardships? Within 3 months, all grain in Jiangnan must be transported to the capital for 1 coin. 1 lesser order is missing. You and your whole family. Let's light the sky lanterns together.
One coin!
The work of my lifetime.
All the family fortune I had saved was lost.
I have reported to your majesty that you have been pardoned. Have you handled everything in Jiangnan?
Your majesty, a grain merchant in Jiangnan secretly communicates with foreign enemies. The evidence of grain price gouging is conclusive. All grain in Jiangnan has now been fully collected and returned to the court, are being gradually shipped to the capital. Chen Kong's wealthy merchants also confiscated 6 million taels of silver. There were also more than 1,000 ships of various sizes. All have been sent to the Ministry of Revenue for statistics.
Good. Very good.
These unscrupulous merchants drinking the blood of the Ming Dynasty, profiting from national crisis, and still dare to collude with the enemy and betray the state. This is simply a crime worthy of death.
And this group of cabinet officials. Every day, you lament poverty with me. It is not that we want to reduce the righteous battle. The goal is to disband the border troops.
the flesh and blood of our Ming, all for these shameless wolves to deliver my decree.
All the grain merchants involved in Jiangnan,
regardless of whether they were rulers or followers,
all were to be executed, and their property confiscated.
And, confiscated the Duke.
Obey the Imperial edict. A gentle breeze.
Let me ask you one thing. How much silver can you get for me?
As long as your majesty has your backing, the national treasury will always have endless silver to use. Good. Truly worthy of being my lucky star.
Wei Feng, you have made a great contribution this time. In one stroke, the cancer in Jiangnan was eliminated to resolve the grain shortage in the capital,
stabilize the hearts of the people,
and his merits cannot be forgotten. I entrust you with the position of commander of the embroidered uniform guard.
He was promoted to junior guardian of the crown prince, granted 1,000 mu of fertile land,
a residence. Additionally, these parasites have their own lands and private property. I find it inconvenient to take action. You and Wei Zhongxian handle it as you see fit. From then on, in the Imperial court, whose hand dares to cross the line,
go ahead and investigate the copyists,
and expressed gratitude for your majesty's great favor.
I, Wei Feng, have met the Empress and have been granted the honors.
I heard that less than a year after you came out of the purification room. He then held a high position, earning the trust of His Majesty for 9,000 years. What an extraordinary person.
It is all thanks to His Majesty and the support of 9,000 years. I dare not speak of extraordinary men.
I see you are reckless beyond measure. If you don't raise steadiness. He spoke with great confidence. How could he look like a eunuch at all? You are not a eunuch at all. Right.
The lady was very strict, respectful and solemn. Her Majesty speculated like this. Is it to punish me for the crime of deceiving the emperor? Deceiving the ruler.
If you truly are a eunuch, why is it that all the eunuchs in the palace who saw you castrated have disappeared? Do you think everyone in the palace is blind?
The Empress is the Empress. As the mother of the world, she should manage the harem steadily. Matters of the court are not for your highness to interfere. As for whether I am a eunuch, Her Majesty knew well that some things were seen through, but not spoken out was wise. What your Majesty needs now is a sharp blade like mine. Even if he finds out, he won't mind keeping the world's mouths covered. You
dare to threaten me!
I am only reminding your Majesty, peacefully be your queen. If one were to imitate others in colluding with the court, causing trouble and trouble, the waters in this capital city run deep. Your Highness, please don't choke. I still have official duties to attend to. He took his leave first. Your Majesty. This is the spy I found Empress Zhou had planted in Siqing Palace. From now on, for the Empress's palace, I will select a few capable Jinyue to guard it. Your Highness can rest assured.
I must have the Jinyue keep an eye on me. Go ahead. What do you want me to do?
The Empress is a wise person. He should have known his current situation. The Donglin faction regards you as an auspicious punishment object. The Emperor shows you respect on the surface. He hated in his heart, but was dismissed, and only after removing it did he feel strange. Besides me, the Empress has no other choice. I want your Majesty to be my eyes and ears in the harem. The Emperor's joys, angers, sorrows, and happiness. The slightest stirring in a harem. You have to tell me in time. That is all. That is it.
Your Highness, rest assured.
I, Wei Feng, mean what I say. The Empress's position is as secure as Mount Tai. No one was allowed to move. As for those Donglin factions, once I have full control over the embroidered uniform guard and the Eastern Depot. But even the Eastern lady had to ask me first, with a knife in her hand, whether I would agree.
Son, look, this group of parasites in Jiangnan has been uprooted. Although the Emperor took the big share, the remaining silver is enough, and we can spend a lifetime together. Hongzhen now has to rely on us. The Donglin faction has also wilted. We've finally gotten through this hurdle. Why are you upset? Or do you think Dad isn't good enough?
It is still too early for Dad to be happy. This is only temporary stability. The real trouble is yet to come. The real trouble is yet to come.
Who are you talking about?
The Donglin party has become like grasshoppers after autumn. Bouncing can't last much longer. Jiangnan 也拿下了, so being conquered. Who else could oppose us?
Yuan Chonghuan, who commanded a large army guarding the border, and with Huang Taiji, eyeing the world and ready to head south at any moment.
Yuan Chonghuan was just a military general. Ultimately, without money or food, is the emperor's dog. He still dares to defect to Hujin. As for the Huangtaiji palace, it is still a long time before I leave Chang'er. Those barbarians outside the pass are probably freezing and howling right now. It won't be possible to fight them all at once.
Father, you only see what is right in front of you, without seeing the long term. Once he became suspicious, or was suspicious of Emperor Chongzhen. Our roots in the capital are behind. But they couldn't withstand the border mutiny. Now we are constantly in turmoil. The national treasury was empty. Huang Taiji was eager for our internal strife. Once we've run out of energy, he then led his troops southward. Father, don't forget, the border troops still owe half a year's salary. How could such an army fight the enemy? By then, the entire Ming dynasty would be in his grasp.
He endured this winter. I guess they'll be riding through the central plains in spring.
So we must leave ourselves a way out. Only with troops in hand can you truly stand firm.
In the capital, we have the Eastern Depot embroidered uniform guard in hand. Isn't that enough, son? Forming a military office is an ironclad capital offense. If one day the news leaks out, Chongzhen was the first to handle us.
So they can't train in the capital to travel far away. Leaving with a legitimate and proper approach, it is flawless and flawless. Father, you submitted a memorial claiming you were old and frail, earnestly requesting retirement and returning home. He went to Fengyang to guard the imperial tombs.
Guarding the imperial tomb, isn't that just waiting to die in old age?
On the surface, it is to retire and guard the tomb, secretly. Fengyang is 108,000 ally from the capital. The mountains are high, and the emperor is far away. Perfect for doing what we want to do. There were many refugees in Fengyang. There is also an iron mine. When we arrived, under the pretext of guarding the spirit and farming the land, sheltered refugees, recruited blacksmiths, quietly forging weapons, drilled the troops and horses, build a truly private army that belongs to us.
Yet, he was at ease.
Leave this matter to Dad.
Dear, don't worry. I want these beasts in human skin in the court to understand. The pen can never beat the handle of a knife.
The Minister of Revenue must report himself, handling military expenses of 5,600,000 taels. By the time it passed through his hands, only 2.8 million taels remained. There was also the Ministry of War's account book, Wang Zaiqin, who had 900,000 taels of silver for procurement.
Only 300,000 taels were in his hands! Good! Really great!
Your Majesty, please restrain your anger.
The attendants at court were too concerned with many concerns. Eradicating them is by no means something that can be done overnight.
I have a plan that can be achieved without bloodshed,
which can both eliminate the parasites of the corpse guards and silkworms in the court.
And he could also take over all the military power around the capital under His Majesty's control.
If what you say is true, even if the capital was slaughtered with countless heads,
I have your back too.
Now, although the key posts in the capital's defense are His Majesty's people, but all his subordinates were sons of officials who lived off empty pay. This has long been no secret in the capital. Many sons of Donglin officials held nominal positions in the Imperial Guards, idling through the days. If His Majesty issues an edict to send all these young masters who receive salaries without pay to the front lines, what do you think those Donglin factions will do? Isn't this being pushed too hard? What if they panic and jump over the wall?
Your Majesty.
You overestimate them. As long as you put on an impartial and stern face, no matter who speaks for her, she won't listen. Within 3 days, they will come to apologize to His Majesty with their butts raised. If there really is a tough backbone, then let him go talk to the Tartar knife. After all, sharing the burden for the country is only natural, even if they raise their banners. Don't even think about using righteousness and morality to pressure us.
And convey my oral instructions.
The nation is in grave danger.
The ministers at court should set an example by example.
Loyal to the nation.
Special dispatch of the Jingzhou Imperial Guards to the front lines.
We set out 3 days later.
Would your Majesty be pressing too hard for 3 days tight?
I am determined to crush their bones, squeezing every last bit of the people's wealth and wealth they have drained.
Let's see who has drained all the bones of the Ming Dynasty.
The customs of Wei. Wouldn't I be a cowardly emperor?
I believe your Majesty is the most diligent emperor since the Ming dynasty.
For the Ming dynasty, To have a ruler like your majesty, it is a blessing for me and the people of the realm. Your majesty is only sometimes too benevolent and righteous. That is why these shameless villains took advantage of the situation.
Wei Feng.
From now on, the responsibility of the chief steward of the Imperial Household Department. I also entrust it to you.
I obey the Imperial command. I will certainly not betray your majesty's trust. When he left the Hall of Mental Cultivation, the snow had already stopped. But I knew that soon, a bloody storm would once again engulf the capital.
It is over. It is over.
This time, His Majesty is determined to transfer the Imperial Guard sons to the front lines. I slipped countless silver coins into the palace to gather information. He didn't even have a word to say to anyone. Tomorrow, the main army will set out.
What should we do now? Wei Feng's side was rock solid. The people I sent were thrown out directly. It was obvious that no one could plead for help. Or we should go ask His Majesty to revoke the decree.
If your majesty says kindly, he might not agree.
A kind heart.
Your Majesty just lost his temper. You didn't hear it.
That was a look of intent to kill.
Now he could only grit his teeth and go find Wei Feng? He was now a favorite close to the Emperor. Your Majesty trusts only him. Only he could speak.
Lord Wei!
I beg Lord Wei to show mercy and honor. We were momentarily confused
and harbored absolutely no divided loyalty.
I beg you, sir, to speak a few kind words before His Majesty. Spare my son's life.
Sir,
I am willing to hand over all my family property.
I only ask to spare the lives of my family members. From now on, he would never dare to embezzle even a single cent.
Lord Wei!
This is a small token of our respect. As long as you speak a few good words, I'll give you this amount afterwards.
Gentlemen, what are you saying? Wei's loyalty is your majesty's decree. I was just doing my job fairly. However, the border was indeed perilous. It is not that I can't speak up for you all.
Many thanks to Lord Wei.
The sacred decree states,
Step by step, the minister must speak of himself and immediately enter the palace to face the emperor.
I have heard of it. Your sons serve in the Imperial Guards. It seems like he doesn't really want to contribute to the country.
Your Majesty, I know I am mistaken, and I beg your Majesty to show leniency and punishment. I wish to resign my post and return to my hometown.
From then on, he would not concern himself with official matters.
The Emperor! Your Majesty!
I am old and my body is frail. I earnestly request to lead my clan to retire and return home. I hope your Majesty will grant me your blessing.
He resigned from office.
Only now do I remember that resigning is over.
Where did you go earlier?
Since I ascended the throne.
Entrusting you with important responsibilities.
I trust you deeply, but what about you?
Forming factions for personal gain, bringing disaster and chaos to the court.
They treat the Ming Dynasty as your money bag to amass wealth.
You should resign now.
Is he planning to take the stolen money back home and continue living as a wealthy man? Are you thinking I am a fool and can't be fooled?
Your Majesty, spare my life, but I was momentarily confused. And his crime deserves death 1,000 times.
I only ask your Majesty to remember old affections.
Sparing me a single life.
In a moment of confusion, embezzling several million taels of military funds. It was also a momentary confusion.
Causing the deaths of countless border soldiers. Tens of thousands of common people starved to death. It was also a momentary confusion.
Your Majesty!
This is evidence found at several officials' residences. Every single sum of silver is remembered clearly.
And conveyed my command. The officials of the Donglin faction were corrupt and lawless,
forming factions and disrupting governance.
The evidence is conclusive.
All were dismissed and investigated. The principal offender was executed by slow slicing. Accomplices were exiled 3,000 li and was never allowed to return to the capital.
Son, your move is truly brilliant!
Now, there are no more Donglin faction members in the court. At least my head is temporarily saved.
Father, and the matter must not be delayed, while the Emperor still trusts us.
You should set out for Fengyang immediately.
Remember to find more blacksmiths. Can we turn things around?
Have you completely dealt with this private army?
I'll arrange for the Donglin faction to be overthrown right now. From now on, it would be a real showdown. Wei Feng, how much of the Ministry of War's anger is still enough to go to the battlefield?
Your Majesty, I estimate there will be fewer than 3 sessions. The Ministry of War's firearms camp had been abandoned for many years. The money from maintenance and just sold it was all embezzled.
As far as I know,
as early as 3 years ago, the capital's defenses had never trained firearms again. Now, those firearms have probably all rusted and been scrapped.
These damned parasites!
The firearms battalion was personally led by the late emperor back then. The Tartars heard of this, and none failed to hear the news and tremble with fear. He was actually crippled by my hand.
Your Majesty!
I request to take over the Ministry of War's firearms camp.
Examining the accounts.
To build an invincible divine army camp for His Majesty.
He was determined.
Bird charge. 3 eyes charge. And also the red-clad cannon. The Huden cannon. These powerful tools for siege and battle formation. The people from the Ministry of War are truly wasting resources.
With these things?
No matter how much you type, we're not afraid.
Since you wish to build one,
then let's make the very best.
These guns aren't enough to hit you at all. If facing heavy cavalry, it was a bit insufficient.
It worked!
Although the old-fashioned gunpowder is still strong.
But 1 round can fire 6 shots.
And build several gates.
Efficiency is much higher than before.
There was no time.
Let's get this out first.
Eunuch Liu, this blueprint must be delivered to my father by hand overnight.
If someone finds you on the road, just burn it directly. Absolutely no news should be shared.
Additionally, call me Dad and exchange all the silver for iron. I am of great use.
Don't worry, young master.
This blueprint is my head. There will never be a single mistake.
The visitor,
he informed the blacksmith camp. Starting today, not a moment to stop.
Build it for me according to the blueprints.
If anyone is scheming or playing tricks,
let's chop him up with our own hands.
Is this the new style of musket drawn by Funger?
He looked strange. 6 tubes, tied together, work well.
The factory worker blueprints were personally drawn by me. The soldiers rushed to work overnight. They said it could fire 6 shots at once. Much better than the old-fashioned bird trick.
Yes. Pull out the target!
Pick up the gun and take a look.
Good. Good stuff.
Its power is more than 10 times greater than a bird gun.
Reported that the army was attacking from both sides 800 li away.
And reported the attack.
Really? Going around Mongolia?
Marching south with his troops.
Huang Taiji personally led the Manchu 8 banners and a Mongol army of 100,000 to march south.
Now it is close to Jizhou.
In the end, the situation was on the brink of death. Does my lord have any good plan?
Your Majesty, there is no need to panic. Huang Taiji's move seemed grand and forceful. In reality, he is strong on the outside but weak within. He led a lone force deep into the central plains. The front line stretched so long.
Just a supply of provisions for 100,000 troops. That was enough to give him a headache.
魏爱卿继续说 Although spring is approaching, but the fields have not yet harvested. At this time, 皇太极此时南下 probably just trying to test the truth. As long as we keep dragging it out, he could not supply provisions for an army of 100,000. Naturally, they will withdraw. I am unworthy.
I wish to assume the post of military supervisor, to share your majesty's burdens.
This, your majesty.
Lord Wei was unmatched in loyalty and bravery.
His courage and discernment surpassed others.
The concurrent military post is a responsibility that must be held by the Wei Lord.
The fate of the capital hinges on this one decisive action. Lord Wei is willing to risk his life in danger. This is truly a blessing for the great Ming. I earnestly beseech your majesty's gracious approval.
We, your humble servants, earnestly request your majesty's gracious approval.
All right.
I grant your request.
He received a Wei involvement and was appointed as a military inspector, and intercepted the troops and horses from all routes in Jizhou,
and immediately led troops to rush to their aid.
I obey the Imperial command.
I bestow upon you the Imperial sword. From here to Jizhou, whenever there is any obstruction to military affairs, Wei Qing may be executed first and reported later.
Wei Fang really doesn't know his place.
The supervising general has been watching the scenery closely. In reality, it was just going to die.
Isn't that right?
With 100,000 troops pressing at the border, Jizhou was in grave danger.
If you go, you'll have to face death 9 times over.
He even volunteered to serve.
But that is fine.
He shielded us from this disaster.
Lord Liu.
Tell my father.
It is time to get ready to go.
Young master. Is there too little manpower? We only have 5,000 people in total. The enemy had an army of 100,000.
We have new firearms. No need to sacrifice human lives to fill the gap.
Eunuch, Liu will take a good look.
5,000 versus 100,000.
I can still win.
Sir, urgent reports from the front lines outside Jizhou City, Shangyi, Miyun, and Pinggu have already been taken. The 100,000 strong army was just 5 li outside Jizhou City.
Yuan Chonghuang withdrew with the Guanyin cavalry.
Young master!
Jizhou is Bushuang, an isolated city.
I fear it won't last even 3 days. Do we still want to go?
Do not panic. I had long expected this day to come. Yuan Chonghuang did not flee. I still don't dare to go to Jizhou with peace of mind. He doesn't want this military merit. Then I'll accept it without hesitation.
Is father, in-law here, in the mood, to come to our camp, to enjoy the scenery? Or are you planning to use your head to block the Tartar shield?
The Lord was weary from traveling by boat and carriage. I will no longer beat around the bush. 2 months' worth of provisions for the Guanyin army. So far, it has only reached half a month's worth. Missing weapons. Armor was handed over 3 times, and memorials were submitted. He still hasn't replied at all.
Gong Gong!
It is not that the general refuses to send out troops. Truly, even a clever housewife can't cook without rice. Even if I am truly capable, we can't let our brothers go hungry to war, can we?
Donglin took a message back. If you want the Guanyin army to go out and fight, provisions and military pay are all indispensable.
Otherwise? Oh, what else could they do? Deputy General Wu should be careful when speaking. If these words reach the Emperor's ears, it is not just passivity and slackening. It might even lead to a total ransom. My pride doesn't matter. This one, at Deputy General Wu's place. It should work now, right?
Father, in-law, don't use this stuff to pressure others.
Lacking provisions and provisions.
Brothers, go hungry. Whatever you can use to compete with the Tartars.
We can't let our brothers die in vain. If the father-in-law insists on it, don't blame us for constantly being dispatched.
In response.
Why should we? Why aren't we sending troops?
Troops were dispatched. The Imperial sword is here. If your Majesty personally attends. The Imperial sword is here.
as if your majesty were to personally attend. Defying orders on the battlefield, delaying military affairs. That is a capital crime punishable by the execution of the entire family. You all know what you are thinking, right? Go ahead and give it a try. If we do not send out troops today, the next day, the enemy army broke through the city. You either become deserters being hunted by the court, either become traitors, leaving a stench for 10,000 years. I will make up every penny of the provisions that deserve it, whether to fight or not. You can choose for yourselves.
All right.
I can send out troops, but only defend it without attacking, and never sally outside the city to fight to the death.
General Sa, how many defensive devices were left in the city?
Rock Record still has 2 days' worth left. Over 1,000 arrows. Just these things. It can last up to 3 days at most.
Duke, wait!
We can withdraw now. The Guaning cavalry cannot be completely destroyed here.
The Ming army inside the city listened. Quickly! Open the city gates!
Lay down their weapons.
Otherwise, none of these Han civilians would have survived today!
The Tartars are utterly inhumane. He never cared about the lives or deaths of the common people. Open the city gates, and we all must die.
It may not be opened.
We can't just stand by and watch these commoners get executed.
The soldiers of the Republic of China.
As a Baal, I only care about provisions and lack of discernment.
Wait until I personally enter the city, leaving no people or livestock behind.
Everyone, nail me to the city wall. Any rebel who dares to back down will be punished. And his entire family was executed!
Kill a Tatar.
And rewarded him with 10 taels of silver.
The people above.
Your arrows cannot reach far. Your guns can't pierce through.
If you can't even protect your own people, it would be better to open the door early.
Someone, carry the items up.
Someone,
carry the items up.
Just these few odd-looking copper and iron blocks. You want to block me? The Manchu cavalry warriors charged with me and attacked the city area.
Lord Wei, if you do not light the fire again.
The people and brothers below the city are about to lose their lives!
Withdraw! Retreat, quickly!
This? What kind of expression is this?
Lord Wei!
This is truly a divine weapon, and a heavenly general.
300 heavy cavalry lost a half in 1 round.
That shouting bay just now! He was completely smashed into a sieve.
But only minor victories. Easily. Tomorrow, there will surely be a fierce attack.
And issued orders to send them down.
The entire army was on high alert.
A bunch of useless people! 300 cavalry were completely wiped out by several broken iron blocks. Even Doravale was broken!
The fierce energy of the Ming army of the Han was astonishing. The rate of fire is extremely fast. Our army is equally renowned. They simply couldn't break through.
My 100,000 troops still can't capture a small city of Jizhou.
Tomorrow, the entire army must launch a full offensive.
He crushed and pacified Jizhou. Not even chickens or dogs remain.
Lord Wei's rear army is seriously going all out this time.
All 50,000 cavalry were pushed forward.
We only have 15 units.
The fire is heavy.
He simply couldn't withstand it.
Separate, urgently.
Reinforcements should arrive.
I was ordered by the factory lord to rush here to assist.
It came at just the right time.
All firearms were arranged around the city walls, divided into ranks for mounted archery.
We must hold off the rear offensive. All officers and soldiers obeyed orders. Combined with firearms defense.
This!
What the heck is this thing?
The Ming army is mighty and valiant.
The great man is mighty and mighty.
Victory or a big victory! All the Jin cavalry wiped out after 3,000.
Issue the order, and defended the city to the death. The scouts kept a close watch on them. I want Hong Taiji 知道. Central Plains is not something he can come to at will.
A backyard garden. You can visit whenever you want.
This is not the attire of a wise ruler, and only listens to Wei Feng alone. Could it be a death army?
Sir!
Come and see.
Inside Daisy's supply wagon, there was actually a grain bag from our Ming Qingfeng rice store.
Qingfeng Mihong. A rice shop.
This rice shop! Isn't that the business of Empress Zhou's family?
Suzhou is full of their liangzhuang.
How did it end up in the enemy's supply wagon?
After the young master fell from the stage, one after another, many of her remaining followers are hiding in Jiangnan. Could it be that they colluded with the Zhou family and to deliver provisions to the Tatars?
It is far more than just collusion.
This is blatant treasonous treason!
No wonder the enemy recovered so quickly, and still dared to launch a major southward campaign. It turned out someone was feeding him food from behind. This matter is of great importance. There is no room for carelessness. Eunuch, Liu, harvest all this grain in the red. He told his men to search carefully. The ledger should also be with these people.
The movement had to be a bit faster. Is it forbidden to omit anything?
Lord Wei.
It was Commander Yuan, personally leading the army there.
Duke Wei.
You are a eunuch. He was merely sent by Imperial order to supervise the army. How dare you privately mobilize troops?
And took it upon himself to start a war.
Do you know your guilt?
I have received the Imperial order to command the troops and horses of Jizhou, and led the army to resist the enemy. How could there be talk of unauthorized transfers? I have received the Imperial order to command the troops and horses of Jizhou, and led the army to resist the enemy. How could there be talk of unauthorized transfers? Watching Commander Yuan's reaction, surely you have mistrusted the petty person's words. I've long heard that Commander Yuan is busy with military affairs. Some intelligence was inevitably omitted.
How could this be reasonable?
It seems I really did believe the petty man.
I truly had no idea about this matter. Today, you rashly come to demand accountability. This is truly unworthy. All are reasonable and reasonable.
Lord Wei!
I am ashamed. Originally, both, Huang Taiji still had 80,000 troops watching over him. We worked together. He will surely make sure the traitor is gone and never returns.
Lord Wei was at ease. I know my limits.
Empress, Zhou. Jiangnan was part of the faction, and even Yuan Chongguang was dragged into it. It is time to slowly collect this big boss.
Lord Wei's provisions in the city are only enough for 3 days. The bow and arrow rolling stones are almost all gone. If Hong Taiji's 80,000 troops attack again, he simply can't hold out. Reinforcements and supplies will take at least 10 more days to arrive. Now, Jizhou is essentially a lonely city. Holding out to the death is just waiting for death.
If Hong Taiji's 80,000 troops attack again, we simply can't hold on. Reinforcements and supplies would take at least 10 more days to arrive.
Since we are desperate to defend, we must die. Then, we will take the initiative. Hong Taiji's provisions weren't much in stock. His 80,000-strong army made a long-distance march.
Hu Jie untied the line and stretched it all the way to the end.
And there were tens of thousands of Mongol soldiers inside. They and Hu Jin were never of one mind. It is just the right way to divide and break apart.
Take the initiative. We have only a little over 20,000 people. Even meeting face to face is a struggle, let alone divide them.
I will lead 1,000 elite cavalry out of the city, circle around to the enemy's rear, seeking opportunities to sow discord between the Mongol tribes and later Jin. Find another dangerous spot to set an ambush, and to bring in Hong Taiji's main force to attack.
Yuan was the supervisor.
You and Zhu Zan are stationed with troops to guard the city. He reinforced the city defenses and held out to the death for 3 days.
Within 3 days, I will break the deadlock.
Lord Wei.
It is too dangerous.
The enemy's rear defenses were heavily guarded.
1,000 people are like sheep entering a tiger's den.
Exactly.
This time, sir.
On the east side of the later Jin main camp, Mongol cavalry were stationed 30 li away,
and was 10 li away from the main force of the later Jin.
Moreover, the Mongol troops of Huang Taiji had long been dissatisfied, but pressed by 10 li. He dared not resist.
He immediately led his troops to the edge of the Mongol camp.
Hong Taiji 早就说了 ago, when attacking Jizhou,
let your Mongol soldiers be cannon fodder and die as if they were going to die.
All provisions were left to the 8 Banners youths.
Let's investigate.
Lord Huai!
Found a suitable place to set up an ambush, located 50 li northwest of Jizhou city.
On both sides of this valley are cliffs 100 zhang high.
The valley floor was narrow, barely wide enough for a few riders to walk side by side.
The valley entrance faces south, with deep snow piled in the shaded area. The city had not yet thawed, and cavalry charges were extremely easy to fall through.
Behind the valley, there is only a narrow path, easy to defend but hard to attack, making it an excellent place to set ambushes.
This is the place. We set up an ambush right here, feigning defeat and retreat. Lure Hong Taiji's main forces into the valley. Lying in ambush on cliffs on both sides, musketeers and archers dug pitfalls alone. Let the brothers pour out all their water bags on the road behind the valley. Once it has frozen, cover it with snow. Guaranteed to cause slipping as soon as they step on it.
And launched an attack.
General Zhu and others defended the city to the death.
The iron cavalry of Guanling sallied out of the city to fight fiercely. The later Jin army launched a fierce attack for a day. The casualties were severe! Yet, he could not approach the city wall, even half a step.
All right. When the time is right, don't linger on the battle. Go lure them over. Hit them quickly, and run away.
The young man with authority.
Today, I will tear you to pieces.
The entire army accelerated!
Rush into the valley and wipe out the entire Ming army!
The terrain of Deihan is unfavorable for cavalry.
Rashly pursuing them might be a trick.
I can't worry about that anymore. The main army has been campaigning for several months. If you haven't achieved even a little success, and don't cut down a few more Ming soldiers, how can I make my subordinates accept it? Today, we must defeat this Ming army.
Rush! Open fire!
A bunch of useless fools.
Oh, useless! 5,000 people. Huh? 5,000 elite troops! Just gone like that!
Hey!
Our supplies are running low. The next batch of provisions will arrive in a month.
If the city is not breached again,
the warriors soon ran out of food,
and issued orders to send them down.
The entire army rested for 3 days.
3 days later, at all costs, they razed Jizhou city.
It was Lord Wei. The city's provisions were held for only 1 day, and gunpowder was reduced to a small amount. More than half of the muskets were damaged. If Hong Taiji attacks again in the future,
we don't rush calculations. The day should be coming soon.
This workshop craftsman.
The supplies had arrived.
My son has made you suffer greatly. Provisions and gunpowder. The heart is fiery and fierce, bringing it all to you. It is enough for you to last 3 months.
Father, you came at just the right time. If you were 1 more day later,
Jizhou was truly out of ammunition and food.
as Liu Zongbing then informed Commander Yuan, having the soldiers patrol day and night, and were not permitted to remove their armor. 皇太极吃了这么大的亏 loss. They will definitely launch a fierce counterattack. We'll come back soon.
they brought in the technology and materials from the old Liaodong camp.
潍坊，这3门红色弹炮。潍坊 enough to flip your turtle shell upside down. Today, the city walls will surely be shattered. I will tear you to pieces.
Lord Wei.
Our city walls can't withstand a few rounds.
The outer city will surely fall.
What should we do now?
Hold it all up for me!
Not a single typing is allowed.
Lord Wei.
If you still can't come up with a solution. So I took Guanning and left first. The losses these past few days have been too great. There was no need to defend Jizhou any longer.
Yes, Lord Wei. We have been guarding for so many days. That was a fair account for the court.
And could not escape. If Hong Taiji escaped, no one knew how long this battle would last. He was now also betting everything on the line. As long as we get through this time, Hong Taiji dared not advance south again for at least 10 years. We cannot hold this city. Even Hong Taiji couldn't hold him back. I want to. Then just give it to him.
You mean abandoning the city? And you mean to abandon the city and flee?
It is not an abandoned city, but an empty city. Hong Taiji 急着要粮草 supplies. Let's all move it out. Give him an empty shell to wear him down.
Take a good idea. Not good at night. Battles. I'll immediately empty all the supplies and weapons. Not a single grain of rice was left for him.
What is going on?
Had the Ming army fled?
大换!
It must be that the Ming army saw the outer city fall, HMEH, scared and running away with its tail tucked.
Do not be careless. The entire army withdrew.
Then use the cannon for another round. Aki's elite troops advance to the city.
No matter what gold or silver treasures are, first find the Ming army's supplies.
Supply and supply aids were sent during the Great Cold.
Something bad happened. This is an empty city.
We searched the entire city. Not even a single rice bag was found.
Shouting that there was no grain here. If we continue to wear them down, the army will surely fall into disorder, taking advantage of the Ming army's encirclement. Withdraw quickly from the city. Retreat to the grasslands for reorganization.
And issued orders for the entire army to abandon the city.
Immediately withdraw to the grasslands.
There was an AMN in wait heading into the city to push the way.
Lord Wei.
Huang Taiji was truly trapped by us. The outer walls of Jizhou have all shattered. Firearms could shoot directly into the city. When do we dig into the pit? Capture Hong Taiji alive.
If you don't hunt rabbits, you get desperate and even bite people. It really pushed Hong Taiji to the edge. It is not worth fighting to the bitter end with us.
Let the brothers move the kitchen outside the city wall. Let Hong Taiji take a good look at what we're eating.
Lord Wei,
We drink and eat meat every day! Henry the Son was so hungry. His eyes were glowing green. I don't think they can hold out for more than a few days.
Extremely hungry. Naturally, they would be desperate.
If this drags on, my sons of the grasslands will die alive and starve here.
Leave behind all the armor and supplies! Equipped lightly. They broke through the encirclement overnight.
Retreat to the grasslands. Shout.
Even the armor was lost.
How do we break through? Only the green hills remain.
No need to worry about running out of firewood.
Don't worry about anything else.
Let's get out alive first.
Lord Wei!
Should we lead troops to pursue them?
Wipe them all out.
The desperate enemy could not be pursued within 10 years. Don't even think about heading south again.
The entire army returned in triumph!
Lord Liu. 800 Li Express service.
Please personally escort me to the capital.
What did you write in this good news report?
So urgent!
Just 2 things. First,
A great victory in Jizhou. Within 10 years, Hong Taiji would not consider moving south. Second,
And inform your majesty about the matter of Qingfeng rice shop.
he asked Empress Zhou to ask her.
His family business is so big.
Have you ever paid taxes to the court?
Hong Taiji's troubles were temporarily resolved.
If you don't find something to do, Zhu Yujian was probably about to be discarded.
Your Majesty!
In my opinion, regarding the border affairs, it would be better to discuss peace early, to avoid further warfare. It is not as good as GE, allowing the 3 counties north of Jizhou to exchange for the emperor, and Taiji withdraws his troops. When our forces are strong and our horses are ready, it is not too late to reclaim lost territory.
And the ceded territory. When did our Ming dynasty fall to the point where we don't even dare to fight?
The soldiers on the front lines fought fiercely, shedding blood and fighting fiercely. You sit in the back.
They're actually thinking of ceding territory and seeking peace! Your Majesty!
Jizhou City has been besieged for so long. Not a single piece of news.
Supplies have been cut off for several days.
I am afraid!
It was probably a grim situation.
Your Majesty, please restrain your anger!
Hong Taiji Shikou Zhengsheng was at its peak. If peace is not discussed soon, when he arrives at the capital,
I am afraid he won't be able to retreat again.
I hope your majesty will reconsider thrice.
Wang Chang'an, prepare to draft the edict.
800 Lai of express service! A great victory in Jizhou! A great victory in Jizhou! What? Say it again! And reported to your majesty!
800 Li Express service. The Wei nobleman dealt a crushing defeat to Hong Taiji in Jizhou.
The city of Jizhou has been held firm to your majesty.
Lord Wei personally led 3,000 Imperial tomb guards. Using new firearms, they repelled 3 of Hong Taiji's attacks, killing tens of thousands of enemies. Hong Taiji abandoned all his armor,
This barrier,
carrying only tens of thousands of battered soldiers.
he fled back to the grasslands overnight.
Good. Good.
魏风助力抵挡这失望. Me. He is a great hero of our Ming dynasty.
Who just said they wanted to cede territory and seek peace. Step forward for me.
I fail to discern this.
I too am deeply committed to protecting the nation.
I am guilty of a crime worthy of death 1,000 times.
Lord Liu.
You are still holding a booklet.
What is that? Your Majesty!
This was the seized grain loan from the Qingfeng rice shop. There were also accounts of grain merchants colluding with the Tartars to resell grain and fodder.
Isn't this the property of Empress Zhou's family?
Your Majesty is discerning and discerning.
This matter has nothing to do with me.
Someone must have framed her. And the framing had nothing to do with it. It clearly states. I remember exactly how many cents you got in your money. You still dare to say it is unrelated.
Empress, Zhou's family home. And then, there are the Donglin party parasites.
Yet, he actually colluded with the enemy and betrayed the country.
Draining the blood of our great Ming, and go to serve as soldiers against foreign enemies.
And conveyed my command. Investigated and confiscated the rice trade in Qingfang, arresting the entire Zhou clan.
As for the other persons involved in the case,
After Wei Feng returned to his country,
Investigate and handle them together.
I heard that Wei PR used firearms to drive away 100,000 Dazi.
He was truly the once in a century war god of the Ming Dynasty.
All the civil and military officials in the court are not even as good as those of Wei, regardless of whether a single eunuch has guts.
I heard that the Tartars had just set out with troops. There were even officials who went to beg the emperor to cede territory and pay indemnities.
Your Majesty, Wei Feng is but a eunuch.
Yet, he actually holds troops and holds great power. And privately established a camp of firearms.
This was an attempt to rebel against the powerful officials of the Xian dynasty.
So, according to your opinions, next time, Hong Taiji will come.
I sent you, and you go to the front lines to fight. Are you alright?
Your Majesty, do not be blinded by the customs of Wei. He, a eunuch, never practiced martial arts. How could he lead troops to crush an army of 100,000?
I believe there will be at most a few thousand remnants left.
Wei Feng 这是少大喜功.
Big shots! Falsely reporting military achievements and deceiving His Majesty into granting rewards.
Young master, lately, rumors and gossip have been flying all over the capital.
How about we take a small path into the city to avoid unnecessary complications?
No need to have a mouse on someone else's body. They say whatever they want. When you throw your battle achievements in their faces, more effective than anything else.
An order was issued to the Eastern Depot to boost morale. They formed ranks to escort the prisoners.
Captured prisoners and brought into the city.
Those are the war horses of the Tartars! I never expected to have the chance to see it with my own eyes in my lifetime.
Pa, did you see that person? A few years ago, he came as an envoy to the Ming Dynasty. He rode his horse freely on the street, trampling and injuring many civilians. Thanks to Lord Wei, this beast has its current situation.
Fortunately, the customs of Chen and Wei did not disgrace their mission. Dealt a crushing defeat to the later Jin army of 100,000, captured several hundred enemy generals who surrendered. Today, I am being brought to the court. I identify traitors who collude with the enemy and betray the country.
The customs of Wei.
You, a eunuch. How dare you suppress vulgarity and bring them to the palace? This is a disregard for the order of the court. Is he plotting rebellion?
Plotting rebellion. This is the commander of the later Jin border, Yellow Banner, Hong Taiji's trusted aide. What is he holding in his hand? Do you want me to read it aloud in front of everyone? The case of colluding with the enemy. It was absolutely not the work of one person alone. Many people in the court were involved in this.
Today, let these legitimate smiling ones point them out, one by one.
Tell me, who are they?
The Minister of Revenue must be appointed from the former Vice Minister of War, Wang Zaijin, Censor Zhang Wei,
MP,
and have sent people to contact me.
Promising provisions and military equipment.
After our great Jin breaks the city, please ensure their wealth and honor.
Your Majesty, I have been wrong.
Causing him to slander another.
Falsely accusing these letters of being stamped with your private seal. The eleger is clearly remembered. If you don't accept it, just have the Jin Yue search your house. Let's see if we can recover this illicit silver.
Your Majesty!
I am forced into this.
It was all those old ministers who forced me to do so. I am also having no other choice.
Your Majesty, the corrupt officials in the court collude with foreign enemies. Corruption and abuse of power with solid evidence.
Collaborating with the enemy and betraying the country.
Draining the blood of our great Ming.
Fattening foreign enemies. Each of us deserves to die.
Let's go!
Father. This is the booklet I have organized. As for the matter in Jizhou, the money and troops we seized, everything is registered on it.
Son!
Is there really no one to win over?
Not really.
General Zhao Waijiao was a man of upright integrity and impartiality. He is someone who can be trusted with important responsibilities.
And we don't even need to win them over.
In recent years, the court has been distributing military provisions like rain. Who knows when teacher Zhao and his soldiers will finally be exhausted? As long as we provide him with stable provisions and silver.
You can decide these matters yourself. However, the emperor was preparing to use the Jin Yue to raid the residence. What do you think I should do?
The emperor intends to confiscate the property. Then, let him copy it. Not just the Jin Yue,
Our people from the Eastern Depot can also help.
However,
the officials' homes were piled high with mountains of gold, silver, and jewels. Box after box of silver and gold bars. We have to go through our fingers first.
This isn't a confiscation! It was like picking up money with the Emperor! You can follow the Emperor in the palace on official business. Outside, Dad has arranged everything for you perfectly.
after all this trouble, it is time to thoroughly clean up these parasites.
By Imperial order, he conducted an investigation and raid.
Open the gate!
I am an official appointed by the court. If you dare to touch me, I want to see His Majesty.
I thought I was an adult.
Search them all!
Oh my God! These old guys, usually, each dressed with a clean and elegant sleeve.
The family had more money hidden than the national treasury.
Father, we only take 10%. The rest were sealed and sent him to the palace overnight.
10% is enough. Ha ha! Father has been an official for so many years. I've never seen so much silver before.
Minister Wang's house. Assistant Minister Li's house.
The courtyard is empty and empty.
All the household smoke and hairpins were gone.
He said that last night, the Jinyue raided more than a dozen high-ranking officials.
All of it is collusion with the enemy and betraying the country. Corrupt and 脏王法的.
Those adults who usually flaunt their power. Everything disappeared overnight.
Wei Qing.
Overnight, the parasites in the capital were uprooted completely. I truly owe it to you, a loyal minister, who supports me as my backbone.
The state of Wei eliminated traitors is a matter within one's duty.
Small leaf!
Is this thing edible?
There was a strange smell.
Now you can't eat it. It must be cooked thoroughly before it works. But taste isn't the most important thing. Do you know how high the yield of this thing is?
If this thing were promoted nationwide, after the Ming Dynasty, no one would starve to death again.
Son, the matter you arranged was handled by father. Those copper and iron stuff, the emperor looked down on him. So, I might as well give them all to you. Father arranged for someone to transport it to Fengyang. Now, it is already in the warehouse.
There is nothing more than one matter. We're hiring too many craftsmen right now.
Fish and dragons mingled together. Don't worry. The flintlock technology will leak sooner or later.
Father, don't worry. In the future, when more people come, so everyone is only responsible for making one component. Each part is engraved with the craftsman's name and the production date. Where did something go wrong? Just to find the right person. This not only ensures quality, it also prevents the muskets from being secretly taken out.
A good idea! Truly a good idea!
Hong Taiji borrowed troops from the Mongols.
Breaking through the Great Wall border. Defenses from Longjingguan and Danku.
3 days of continuous battles! My 4 cities!
Did Yuan Chongquan raise a bunch of useless people?
Why such obvious movements? He was completely unprepared.
Hands over 4 cities!
Your Majesty. This was a secret letter intercepted by the Jinyue from Yuan Chongquan. He had already set out with 20,000 Guanyin troops, but they did not go straight to the border. Instead, he took a detour to the capital. Zhao El-Feijiao led 4,000 men in desperate resistance. No reinforcements.
He had already died heroically for his country.
Your Majesty, please restrain your anger.
Yuan Chongquan still had the nerve to request to go to the city for repair.
Huang Taiji's 60,000 men had fought their way from the border to the capital!
He led 20,000 men and was still trailing behind Hong Taiji.
Your Majesty!
Commander Yuan's men were still waiting for a reply.
Delays cannot go unnoticed.
I want him to see.
Without him,
I still have a way to hold the capital.
The young master has finally arrived. All the muskets and cannons are here. There is still a batch of ammunition on the way. The factory workers personally came to see him off. It only takes half a day to get there.
all the cannons were mounted on the city towers. The cannon barrel faces downward. The first wave uses solid shells when the frontline cavalry fell. Then use bloom rounds to hit the infantry behind. Lord Liu, I'll leave the fire delivery camp to you. No matter how many enemies rushed forward, just give the orders, and the soldiers will open fire.
Don't worry, young master.
The artillery was ready to load.
Aim for me! Shoot!
And set fire.
Keep firing! Don't give them a chance in the regiment district.
The great cold is not good.
Our reinforcements were attacked!
The enemy used cannons and muskets.
The entire army was utterly annihilated.
Firearms!
It must be that kid Wei Feng. I asked. Why didn't I see him on the city tower in the capital?
He issued orders for the main army to turn around. The main Ming force fought back at Tongzhou.
Young Master Hong Taiji personally led the main force. There were as many as 50 to 60,000 men.
Last time, didn't I drive away his 100,000 strong army too?
The Wei style's like a child, knowing that our army is pressing at our borders, and dares to circle behind me. Today, Tongzhou will be your grave.
Dabing. Things have gone bad in Tongzhou.
The rear supplies were cut off by the Ming army. All the grain, convoys escorting the goods were robbed.
Their provisions and provisions were plundered. Facing enemies from front and rear. This is heaven intends to destroy me.
Withdraw!
The entire army withdrew to the grasslands.
Your Majesty! Minister!
The drunken carriage arrived late, and his crime deserves death 1,000 times.
It seems Commander Yuan is indeed old. My legs and legs became weak. 20,000 people. Yet, they couldn't even run 60,000. Since that is the case, then hand over the military command of Liaodong. Go home and retire. Wei Feng, today I issue an edict appointing you as the Governor General of Jiliao, and took overall command of all military affairs in Liaodong, commanding the border troops. I obey the Imperial command. I will certainly not betray your Majesty's heavy trust.
Swearing to defend the Ming frontier to the death.
Your Majesty, I have a plan which can relieve the urgent need to burn the eyebrows and rescue the 1 million disaster victims from Wei Feng.
What good advice do you have?
Fenyang, Suzhou, Liangzhou 等地的 places like Yangzhou. I have long ordered people to plant potatoes in large quantities. This thing is drought resistant, and the output is especially high. 1 mu of land can yield several thousand jin, enough to fill the stomachs of the disaster victims. Now is the perfect time to reap the rewards. This substance is edible for supplementation. Currently, tens of millions of jin have been stockpiled, enough for disaster relief. 安抚流蜜.
You say how many?
Tens of millions of jin!
Heaven may not destroy my great name.
Feng Zhen hadn't expected.
A tiny potato actually saved 1 million disaster victims of the Ming Dynasty. If there were no such items, this year's severe drought will surely bring great chaos.
If there were no such items,
This year's severe drought will surely bring great chaos.
Your Majesty, the people regard food as their heaven. As long as the people have food to eat, the foundation of the Ming Dynasty is solid. The customs of Wei, you truly are the pillar of our Ming Dynasty. How much manpower and resources will be needed in the future? The Ministry of Mutual Departments fully supports each other. Additionally, I intend to marry Princess Anyang to you. With your little tricks. Still trying to hide it from me. However, as long as Wei Qing is loyal to the country, I pretend I know nothing.
Hui Feng.
Let me tell you the truth. You are the best knife I have ever used. But it is also the sword I fear most.
Will the knife hurt people? The key is the person using the knife. If you use too much force, it is inevitable that you might get hurt.